Hi everyone. Today we are going to behind our journey into C#.NET programming. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Ms. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor from Department of Information Technology at Vellala College for Women. In this session, I will introduce you to the fundamental of C# and the .NET framework, which are widely used for building modern applications. Let's start with a basic understanding C#.NET programming. C# is a programming language developed by Microsoft that runs on the .NET framework. C# is used to develop web apps, desktop apps, mobile apps, games, and much more. C# was first introduced with the .NET Framework 1.0 in the year 2002 and evolved much since then. So first, what is C#? C# is pronounced C#. It is a simple and powerful object-oriented programming language created by Microsoft that runs on the .NET framework. C# has roots from the C family and the language is close to other programming language like a C++ and Java. The first version was released in year 2002. The latest version C#8 was released in September 2019. C# is used for mobile application, desktop applications, web services and websites, games and VR, database applications and much more. So next, why we use a C#? It is one of the most popular programming language in the world. It is easy to learn and simple to use. It has a huge community support. C# is an object-oriented programming language which gives a clear structure to programs and allows code to be reused, lowering development cost. As C# is close to C, C++ and Java, it makes it easy for programmers to switch to C# or vice versa. So next, C# features. C# is an object-oriented programming language. It provides a lot of features that are given below. It is a simple, modern, object-oriented, type-safe, interoperability, scalable, component-oriented, rich library, fast feed, like that. Next, we see about .NET framework. So .NET framework is a proprietary software framework developed by Microsoft that runs primarily on Microsoft Windows. It was the predominant implementation of the common language infrastructure until being superseded by the cross-platform .NET project. It includes a large class library called a framework class library and provide a language interoperability across several programming languages. Programs written for .NET framework executes in a software environment named Common Language Runtime (CLR). The CLR is an application virtual machine that provides services such as security, memory management, and exception handling. As such, computer code written using .NET framework is called managed code. FCL and CLR together constitute the .NET framework. So next, we see about the basic C# programming structures. So first, C# program structure, that is a syntax of a programming C#. The very first line, using system. Every C# program starts with the first line as a using syntax, system. So next one, namespace, hello world, open curly brace, class definition. So class name, open curly brace, and the main method definition, static void main of string args argument, open and close curly brace, within that console.writeLine, of Hello World. So this is the sample C# program. In the next line, we explain about the every syntaxes or every lines in the basic C# program. So the first line, using system means that we can use the classes from the system namespaces, and the second line is the namespace line. So a blank line, C# ignore white spaces. However, multiple lines makes the code more readable. And the third line, namespace, is used to organize your code, and it is a container for classes and other namespaces. So next one, fourth line, the curly braces marks the beginning and end of the block of codes. And the fifth line, so this is the class definition line. So class is a container for data and methods which brings functionality to your program. Every line of a code that runs in a C# must be inside a class. In our example, we named the class as program. Here, see in a third line, class followed by program. Program is a class name. So the seventh line, another thing that always appear in a C# program is the main method. Any code inside its curly braces will be executed. You do not have to understand the keyword before and after main. You will get to know them bit by bit while reading this tutorial. So next, the final one, most important one, is a right line statement. Console is a class of the system namespace which has a right line method that is used to output or print some text. In our example, it will output hello world. So every C# statement ends with a semicolon. So this one is most important one. And another important one is C# is a case sensitive. So my class and smaller case of my class is a different one. So the most common method to output something in C# is a right line, but you can also use a right method, right and right line method. So the next one, C# IDE. IDE, Integrated Development Environment, is used to edit and compile code. In our tutorial, we will use a Visual Studio community, which is free to download from http visualstudio.microsoft.com. So in this link, we can download C# IDE. Application written in a C# use the .NET framework, so it makes sense to use Visual Studio as the program. The framework and the language are all created by a Microsoft. So this one is a sample program created in C# IDE. So the basic statements syntaxes are predefined in the C# IDE. So every .NET application takes the references of the necessary .NET framework namespaces, that is the planning to use with the keyword using a system dot next using and followed by the system name. So declare the namespace for the current class using the namespace keyword, example namespace followed by the name of the namespace. C# tutorials dot first program. We then declare a class using the class keyword, example class name, that is a program. Main method, entry point for the console application. So in this program, we print the statement hello world. To see the output of the above C# program, we have to compile it and run it by pressing Ctrl plus F5 or clicking the run button, or by clicking the debug menu and clicking start without debugging. So there are different C# versions are available in tutorialteachers.com page. If you want, we can see on that link also. So thank you.